Piers Morgan insists on having full-blown liars who have provided cover and engaged in the mass slaughter of innocent people in Gaza and also the West Bank now as well. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do when I'm being gaslit, when the audience is being gaslit, and when the very people who are carrying out a genocide are made out to be heroes. Jonathan Conricus, a former IDF mouthpiece, is one of those people. So here's how the conversation on Piers Morgan went today.
I can't stand these people and their disgusting lies. As children are getting slaughtered
and then you started interrupting.
All those Israelis need to go back to Israel. Go back to Israel. Put your uniforms on.
All right, I'm not going to go. I'm going to
be serious and be
4,000 of our soldiers died in Iraq. You didn't send a single IDF soldier. Not one IDF soldier was sent to Iraq. Our soldiers died on your behalf.
So all of the Americans who are upset with my conduct on the show, I apologize for being upset over the fact that 4,000 of our soldiers were killed in a war that was egged on by Israel, lied about in regard to Iraq allegedly having weapons of mass destruction. Where do we get that intel from? Israel. I apologize that I raised my voice a little bit. Apparently I'm supposed to be polite about that incident, about the situation in which we got dragged into a war with Iraq, 4,000 of our soldiers died, not a single IDF soldier was sent to that war. Okay, apologies. I should just be very polite, Cenk.
Yeah,
very polite.
And as you have 3-1 or 4-1 against you,
right?
You're supposed to remain calm as they do propaganda, and they lie. But hey, when you speak up on behalf of the truth, oh my God, can you believe she's being emotional? Just over a genocide, what's the big deal? I mean, they're only Palestinians, it's not like their lives matter. You see how calm we are about murdering them? Yeah, Jonathan, I do see it.
So most of the debate was between me and Conricus, because Conricus is, I mean, from the beginning of the slaughter campaign in Gaza, he's been lying about what's happening. He's been lying about the fact that the IDF has been intentionally killing innocent people, and it makes me sick. So early on in the debate, Conricus, a former IDF spokesperson, stated that anyone opposed to the strikes against Iran is a fan of Iran's current regime. Let's take a look.
I can feel your frustration. I can feel how sad you are. I can feel how difficult it is for you to see Israel teaching the Iranian regime a lesson and Israel winning on the battlefield.
About the Iranian regime getting targeted,
because you hate the Jews and you hate Israel. I can understand that you're having a tough time dealing with reality.
You have to actually address the substance of my argument. Why are IDF soldiers shooting and killing children at humanitarian aid hubs? You genocidal. Can you answer that question?
Your talking points are tired.
The whole world sees you guys for what you are.
I'm not here to answer your questions, Mrs. Interrupter. I'm not here to answer your questions. Last time I checked, this wasn't your channel. This wasn't your channel, and you've done nothing but interrupt and talk.
I mean, where's the lie, though?
Yeah.
I get it. Ad hominem attacks are not allowed, except how many hundreds of billions of dollars of taxpayer money have been funneled to Israel, okay? $4 billion a year without any question. Influx of funding whenever they start another war, okay? Tens of billions of dollars in this current genocide that American taxpayers are funding. How much money did we spend on bombing Iran? You think Israel paid for that? No, we paid for that. So are they offended that I'm calling them welfare whores?
Yeah, well look, no matter how you think about it, is it a fact that Israel has taken $311 billion from us in inflation adjusted dollars, and that's just direct money that they've taken, let alone the Iraq war and how it cost us about $3 trillion. Iraq was not our enemy. Iraq did not attack us on 9/11. And in fact, Iraq was opposed to Al-Qaeda. Saddam Hussein would often kill members of Al-Qaeda because they were trying to topple his government as well. And Iraq had no weapons of mass destruction. That was a lie given to us by Israeli intelligence, which is their job is to give us fake intelligence to fight their enemies for them. Anna's right, it's a fact. The IDF lost no one in Iraq. We lost over 4,000 people, over 50,000 casualties overall for the US. A lot of people missing limbs, brain damage, etc., let alone the hundreds of thousands of civilians killed in Iraq, all so that Israel could use us to topple Iraq's government. If that hurts your feelings, those are facts. It doesn't matter. You can call the facts anti-Semitic all you like, but at the time, Israeli leaders said Iraq was their #1 enemy. Iraq was not at all our enemy, and we were forced to fight that war. Now, he said there, if you didn't agree with the bombing, then that means you're for the repressive regime of Iran. Same exact propaganda they used in Iraq. Remember, they would always say, are you for Saddam Hussein? If you're not for an invasion of Iraq, that means you like Saddam Hussein. You're in favor of Saddam, you're a fan of Saddam Hussein. Now they're saying the same exact thing, just take out the Q and put in an N. And so they're saying now that we've turned to Iran, okay, if you don't agree with starting a war on behalf of Israel, that means you love the Ayatollah and the repressive regime.
So stupid.
It's a super simple, cheap propaganda trick, but this is the kind of propaganda that's held up by the rest of American media. They all do it together on behalf of Israel, and they get it through people's heads, and they think, oh my God, like I don't want to be a fan of Saddam Hussein. Oh my God, Iran's gonna nuke Seattle at any moment or Tulsa at any moment. So okay, I better help Israel fight that war. And that's what his job is. His job is literally, it was in the past very literally, and to this day, obviously, he's still speaking on behalf of the IDF to drag us into war.
I want to skip ahead to video J4. Piers and I kind of get into it about why actually it's perfect for this because I get into why I'm concerned about what the US did over the weekend. And it's not because I have love in my heart for the Iranian regime. Take a look.
I
hate the regime in Iran.
Right.
I hate the regime.
So why wouldn't you want it changing?
I hate the mullahs. There are Armenians living in Iran right now who hate the mullahs, okay? But regime change should not be spurred by the United States and Israel, which wants to install a puppet government on their behalf. And by the way, the Iranians know that. They know that. Polling indicates the vast majority of them want regime change. They don't want it to be done by Israel. And just to prove that I know what I'm talking about, let's go to Conricus next, who basically confirms what I just said.
I can say this not officially as a spokesperson, but this is what I understand. Israel definitely is trying to bring about regime change in Iran. Why? Because it would be better for the entire region, for the Iranian people, and definitely for Israel.
I apologize that I raised my voice and I hurt people's feelings today on Piers Morgan's show. I have come to understand that Piers Morgan's show is supposed to be a bit of a circus, but when you're speaking truth about the Israeli government, that's not allowed. So I'll talk about the war crimes in hushed tones. Maybe I'll call Cenk and you can play a banjo in the background. We can NPR it. Yeah. But I'm sorry, the endless images and videos of innocent people getting killed as they're desperately trying to get humanitarian aid from these humanitarian aid hubs disgust me. It's obvious, intentional slaughter of innocent people. We would not be okay with it if our own military was doing it. We wouldn't be okay with it under any other context. And I just ask the American people, why are we okay with it in the context of innocent people in Gaza? Why are we okay with it? And why are you okay with funding it?
Yeah, so two more important things that came out of that. Number one, this preposterous idea that the question that Piers asked. Well, if you don't think the regime's good guys, why are you not in favor of changing it? That's like seems like a nice piece of sophistry, right? Okay, here's a government I'm not in favor of, North Korea. Terrible, awful to their citizens. Almost the whole place is a concentration camp. Does that mean we should do regime change in North Korea? No, they have 6 to 8 nukes, which by the way, they built under the first Trump administration. And even without the nukes, they could have killed millions of people in South Korea and in Japan. So you could be 100% opposed to a regime, but realize that attacking it is counterproductive and not a good idea. That's what just normal, average IQ people realize. But if you're super low on IQ, you think that there's only 2 options. Me no like regime, me must attack right away, says stupid ass caveman, right? I don't like the Chinese regime. They have Young Turks in concentration camps. That's literal, right? Do I think we should invade China and change their regime because I don't like their regime? No, because I'm an intelligent person that could do nuance and not me no like regime, me bomb it, okay? And we're not bombing North Korea or China, you know why? And we let North Korea develop all those nukes, and it turned out Iraq had no nukes and Iran had no nukes. Why didn't we attack North Korea that actually was developing nukes? Because North Korea is not an enemy of Israel. So they could develop any nukes they like, even though they're more dangerous than Iran or Iraq. We did nothing because Israel did not command us to do something about that. And then I appreciate his confession. Because Anna's right, he totally confessed. He's like, oh, no, the nuclear facilities, we were totally lying. No, we want regime change. And that's the same exact thing they did in Iraq. Oh, weapons of mass destruction, we know for sure. Oh, there's no weapons, it doesn't matter. Regime change. Israel would like to remove Iraq as a regional superpower so they can continue to bully and oppress every other country there and take more of their land.
And this is why I want to desperately believe that the ceasefire is real between Iran and Israel. I want it so badly.
There's no way
that
it's real.
But it's so hard for me to believe that it's going to stick when Israel, I mean, Conricus is very clear about what their actual goals are here. It was never about nuclear weapons, it was always about regime change. And you think they're just gonna drop it now?
No way. There's no way Israel drops it without doing regime change. That's the whole point of this. And then lastly, he said at the end, yeah, it'll be good for Israel. So thank you for not hiding it. It has nothing to do with America. This is all for Israel. And we have no business in Iran. Thomas Massey's right, Ro Khanna's right, Bernie Sanders is right, okay? But if Israel commands, everyone in media has to tell you, oh my God, you're about to get nuked. Wink, same old tired trick we did in Iraq. But it doesn't matter. We have almost the whole media on our side, and we have almost all the politicians on our side. And the media will then tell you the fact that the AIPAC was the #1 donor to our Congress people is not relevant. What a joke. What a joke. No, hundreds of millions of dollars do not affect corrupt politicians. Come on, man, have some self-respect. Lying so thoroughly and ridiculously. Yeah, whoever it doesn't get programs like ours and has never heard the other side of the argument, they might believe your stupid propaganda and they might go, oh yeah, I hear if you report honestly about the money that they're getting from drug companies and oil companies, and yes, from AIPAC, that is somehow anti-Semitic, and you better not report that, and the politicians are somehow noble. Come on. Who's that dumb? These so-called American politicians and this so-called American media is clearly, especially the politicians, there's direct money transaction support Israel, period. Why the media is 98% in favor of Israel, that I don't know. That's a different question, and it's largely probably having to do with groupthink, etc. But they know, oh my God, if you say something against Israel, you'll get fired. So that probably has a huge part to do with it.
So, I mean, it's kind of incredible because lately, I think because of my first appearance on Piers Morgan that went viral recently, because of my CNN appearance, there's definitely an organized and orchestrated effort to get me banned right now. I'm like following it right now on.
Yeah, of course there is. They always do. Israel's the #1 purveyor of cancel culture. I mean, they'll literally have you kidnapped off the streets of America with masked men and put you in a van and send you to a prison in Louisiana for criticizing Israel, for writing an op-ed against Israel. For words against Israel can get you arrested in America. And they say that Israel isn't controlling America? I mean, what kind of ludicrous thing is this? Are you getting arrested for criticizing Norway?
Or our government?
Or Bolivia or America?
Like, come on.
No. But you literally get arrested if you criticize Israel. They find an excuse. Oh, you're a Fulbright scholar, PhD student. But you're not a citizen. But wait a minute, everybody here has the same freedom of speech. It doesn't matter. We'll just, boogeyman. Do you know she's Muslim and he's Muslim? And you have to hate all the Muslims. But I'm really worried about bigotry. So don't say anything about Israel because I'll call you an anti-Semite bigot, okay? Because I'm so worried about it. But you could just arrest any goddamn dirty Muslim you like and we'll call them all terrorists. Because that's what American media does. They're just a giant propaganda machine to get you to hate Muslims so that we'll fight Israel's wars for them. Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings.
totally not true. But it does keep you updated on our live shows.